Oh, you picked Spence.
That's right.
Did you pick Spence? Did you pick Spence by knockout, decision?
No, I already was gonna go the full distance. You ready?
When are you turning pro?
Oh no. I'm just keeping with the celebrity game. That's it.
Who should Errol Spence?
And I just like I thought it would, you know, a good big man always whoop a good little man, you know what I mean? And Spence done his thing, and you know, Garcia showed heart. Took a mean ass whooping tonight, didn't quit. You know what I mean? Just stayed in there. I was surprised he stayed in there.
Now, moving forward, is there anyone at 147 that you think that can be competitive with Errol Spence, or just simply break down for every welterweight?
Well, I mean, I think it's a few competitive fights out there for him, but you know, Spence a bad boy. Texas bred.
Texas bred, that's what it is.
So, look at Garcia. Garcia looking good. Yeah, as he walking up.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you saw the interview I did with Andre Ward. It kind of went viral.
You know, the fight itself, you know, I showed a lot of heart, and a lot of people now respect me a lot more for the way I fought, and you know, for going up against the best. And you know, honestly, like I said, you know, I tried. I fought well. I fought hard. At one point, my brother mentioned, you know, maybe it's time to you know, call it a night, or you know, he doesn't want to get me, you know, see me get hurt, and my dad also. But I wasn't hurt at any point like that. I got hit a couple. It's boxing, you know. I got hit with a couple shots. It's the way it is. But I said no. Let me continue. You know, let me fight through. I can still pull it off. I felt like I probably still could. I felt like I could have, you know, one punch and maybe turn it around. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way. And then to the question about Lomachenko, I would love a fight with Lomachenko, but I haven't made a decision to come down to 135 just yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, let me sit back with my brother later and my dad, and we'll figure out what division I'm gonna come down. And if maybe I stay at 47, maybe I come down to 35. But at 35, that is the most interesting fight with Lomachenko, and I would love to take on that fight.
This is a question for Errol. This is World Breaker Fighting. My question is, pushing out all the politics and all the other things that are involved in boxing, what is it going to take to make you undisputed to unify this division?
The question is for Mikey. Were you surprised by Spence's power?
Look, you know, he's got power. He does have power. I felt like I was blocking a lot of the shots early on, and I was trying to give him trouble by not landing shots. But then he started picking up the pace a lot more, and it was hard for me to keep up that defense. You know, so shots started coming through. Like I said, I know one point that he hurt me and stunned me like that. But he does have power. I felt good though. I felt strong also. I felt like I could also hurt him possibly, but it just wasn't there. You know, he was slick and he avoided, you know, getting hit. And by the time I would try to come back, you know, he had more punches on top, and it was a good fight. You know, he put up a very good fight.
Errol, I remember you told me in our interview that you're going to surprise people because you do box. You are a well-rounded fighter. Going back to that, Mikey, were you surprised by that he could actually have the angles? He had ring IQ. He was not just a brawler, he was also a boxer.
No, I wasn't surprised. You know, I know he has all the skills. Like I said before, you know, he reminds me of myself a lot, you know, because he does everything very well. Very good footwork, good speed, distance, timing, you know, he does it very well. And he had an answer to every adjustment that I try to do. When I try to put a little bit of pressure and walk forward, he took baby steps back, kept that distance, kept that jab out there, and it was working for him, you know. He used his distance and reach very effective. And when I was trying to box on the outside, he knew how far to walk forward. He didn't get too close. You know, he's very good. He reminds me of me. And, you know, he pulled off a great game plan, and he had answers for everything that I tried to do. It just wasn't, you know, it's not that I was surprised. I knew he was going to be able to do this, and he pulled it off very well.
We're going to let Errol Spence go. I'm going to go. Do you have any questions for Spence? Okay, this is the last question for Spence here, and then we're going to let him go.
All right. Hey, Errol, most people consider Terrence Crawford the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and you the best welterweight in the world. And most people were clamoring to see that fight. After a hell of a performance today, people are going to be clamoring for even more. Are you willing to go to Terrence Crawford, Amir Khan fight to put more pressure on Terrence Crawford to make that fight happen next?
No.
Watch it on TV. All right, thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, bro.
Hey, I just want to quickly.
Mikey's still the champ, baby. I mean, I know you wanted this fight about legacy in regards to being a 5-division champion. Can you talk about the legacy, the other legacy that's at play in regards to, you know, forcing yourself to take on the toughest opponent and pressing yourself to, you know, take the fight that may be uncomfortable, that your own, you know, family is telling you not to, and we know that that happens with promoters and television networks as well, of being your own boss.
Look, in order to leave a lasting impression, you know, cement your name, you got to go after the biggest challenges, the biggest fights. You know, if I want to protect the record and just fight, you know, contenders just to make a quick paycheck and keep moving on and racking up wins, that's not going to be something to be remembered, you know. I don't want that. That's not something that I wanted. I made it a goal of mine after my return to fight the biggest fights, the biggest challenges, so that people can appreciate, you know, who I am as a fighter. And that's why I took on this fight. You know, like I said, I wanted to, you know, establish that legacy. I was, you know, trying to be great, and I think I just, you know, feel that that's what a real champion needs to be doing. And giving, you know, the greatest fights available.
Dare to be great. Dare to be great. That's what you did. Hey, Mikey. You said that you saw something in Errol Spence in the Lamont Peterson fight that led you to believe that you could beat him. Was it different for you in the ring than what you thought that you saw? Did you see those same openings, or was it, you know?
Look, I've always said, you know, it's not that I saw something in his game plan or in his, you know, holes in his game or anything like that. I just felt that I was better than him in everything that he did. And I tried to make the adjustments and try to work the way I believed that I could. But he had an answer. Like I said, he had an answer to it too. Whenever I walked forward, he boxed on the outside, which I knew he could box. But I thought I was going to be able to do it quicker. And he just, you know, had an answer, kept that distance. His height and reach, you know, the southern stance always complicate things. I tried to make those adjustments. He just couldn't do it. You know, he showed me that he's a better fighter, you know, keeping that distance. I thought I was going to be able to, you know, maybe get on the inside at times. Then I tried to box on the outside a couple of times, maybe counter. I landed maybe 1 or 2 counters on it, but it wasn't enough. You know, he kept coming and at his distance. He wasn't getting too close to where now he's vulnerable. He knew what he was doing. I tried, I just couldn't. You know, he's big and strong and kept coming with a lot of punches, and he just didn't give me the time. You know, he had a great game plan.
Hey, Mikey. Congratulations on the great effort. Strength and conditioning coach Mikey Showstone once said, when a fighter moves up in weight, he should stay there and not come back down. Do you think moving back down to lightweight to 135 would be in your best interest physically?
Look, even though I moved up in weight, I never ballooned up too heavy. I never went, you know, got too big with muscle mass or anything like that. We just added a little bit of muscle mass so that I could be at welterweight for this fight. But I mean, even weighing in, I was at 45.5. You know, I wasn't a big welterweight. You know, I feel I can come back down to the lower divisions and perform great. I don't think it would affect. I think if I decided to come down to the lower weight class, I could perform just as effectively.
Mikey, quick question. Was there any time during the fight, as Errol is starting to really come on, that you said to yourself, boy, I'm really not a welterweight?
No. It wasn't never that moment, you know, or that thought. He just had a lot of endurance, and then he, you know, that strength, the size, obviously, you know, was giving me trouble. But you know, I try to box during those moments. You know, I try to stay on the outside when he did come on the attack, and I was blocking a lot. I was trying to block a lot of the punches, trying to wait for that opening, but it just wasn't there. Whenever I did let my hands go, after he was letting his hands go, he would duck down right underneath, and I wasn't able to catch him. And he just fought a very good fight. But I felt strong, I felt good. I just couldn't pull it off.
Mikey, Eric Mora de Telemundo. Antes de la pelea platicábamos y nos decías que en algún momento tu...
I never was hurt.
Yeah, you talked about coming into this fight how you had an iron chin, and you showed that tonight. You took all of his punches, you smiled through all of them, and showed everybody tonight that as fast and as strong as Manny Pacquiao is, your chin still stood the test against him.
You know what? Honestly, I didn't feel his power as much. I think I got more stunned with Alvarado than his punches. I never felt his punches. I think what killed me was just his speediness and awkwardness. He's very awkward and he throws punches on different angles. I think that's what killed me, but hey, I tried my heart out. Like I said, I came in top shape. I tried to follow the game plan and it just fucked me.
Yeah, usually we're used to seeing you let your hands go and throw more punches and be the aggressor, but at what point did you feel like, oh crap, because you kind of kept your hands up and you weren't throwing as much as we're used to seeing you throw?
It's just like every time I throw, I felt like I was going to get countered. But like I said, the hand speed, that was it. But Pacquiao did a great job, man. I tip my hat off to Pacquiao and his team. But I tell one thing, though. Freddie Roach, I ain't nobody, journeyman fighter. He was not going to stop me in 4 rounds, 6 rounds. I was coming to fight. I tried to win. I bring my heart out. And he never hurt me.
And Manny knows that in the interview after the fight, he said he was so tough. I hit him with everything that he had, and he just would not go down. He gave you a lot of credit for being able to take everything that he gave you and continue to stay on your feet all 12 rounds.
Yeah, you know, like I said, he did grant me some good shots, but I never got dazed. It was just, I think tonight the factor was the speed. Oh man, it just hurts. It hurts deep down inside because I trained. I trained my ass out to win, you know. I fucking 5 months.
Obviously visibly upset, but a really stand-up guy to give us the interview, Brandon Rios. You want to finish?
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, it hurts me bad because I work my ass off so hard. 5 months in the gym, training. And I think this was the best camp ever. It happens. It goes the other ways, but fuck it. I'll bounce back. You learn from your mistakes, and I'll come stronger.
And you didn't lose to a bum. You didn't lose to anybody. You lost to Manny Pacquiao. I mean, and you held your own. You stayed on your feet. You think he's still one of the pound-for-pound greats with what you saw tonight?
Oh yeah, you know, he's still up there. You know,